Welcome to Dan AG YouTube. Comrade Newton still dey talk about the attack on Obazee. Make I leave you make you hear the message we bring come today.
Me, I dey talk now say now frustrated people. Have you ever seen Kafiosa children? Now, let me mention about some chiefs we know in the Benin Kingdom. I'm not going to be too insultive today, may God help me. But I worry now direct. Now, I want us to, even Edoeli, I want them to be able to watch this very video. Now, have you ever seen Benedict children coming on live video, or let's say, Omosede defending the palace? Have you ever seen Ekato children? Eduwi of Ekato, for example. Have you ever seen it? Have you ever seen Gregor Kenswa children? Have you ever seen any of bad relation? You can say, okay, I'm so now my passing you Erediawa. He go enter live video. Have you seen it before? Why is it that now frustrated people they fight for this palace? Now, why the people who really owns the palace, they are not fighting or that is speaking the truth. They even know that this thing is bad. How which this palace can be rebranded. Do you know people from the palace that is weeping today? Make the palace stop this one because the thing is even affecting them. They are even ashamed when some kind of news will come out from the palace. But all this thing when we zinaga afiane bowegeni. Even the palace is bele can vegene de. Na hine can be slave. E so no do level or be la viana no miena. A reasonable person will not fight you. And if you still tell people that is passing threat. I was in Madrid, I think that was it June or Jereba? May. I was in Madrid some months ago here. It was standing ovation everywhere. Now I was not asking my friend, now where are the Osioba? Any of the Africa shop I go, anywhere I go, Chema Domo, Chema Ko, hey my brother Wesley, where are the Osioba? Where are they located? The other party I also go the other day when I told you guys that I also met some of our fans. One dashed me 50 euro inside. Then one for a par here also who was one for here in my city also dashed me 20 pounds. Then I'm now wondering, where are these Osioba? Like what I'm trying to explain here, I don't really know too much of many chiefs. Like okay now, let's assume Osula, Epa Osula was also a chief in Oba Palace. Have you ever seen Jackie Sula fighting for the same palace because his father is a chief? Have you ever seen Jackie Sula fighting for the same palace? The same people that fight for the palace are people that are not even close. Me tell those in a frustration. Look at Kotisegosa Ugbo. I say Kotisegosa Ugbo background. I'm not trying to say that it's not good that you defend whatever. But it has come to know that a lot of people are speaking now. Then why are you defending lies? It has been proven to the world that this thing must change. We are in this very world today to change the negative narrative. And another thing again, people have to get clear. You have to give this freedom of speech to people. Like me now, I'm not from the palace. Iwa you know yata. And at the time you want to force me, you want to come and father me, I'm going to insult you. That's what you are saying today. Grand rising to you, all the star seeds and the light workers, all the patriots, all over the world. I bring good tidings from our ancient father. I bring a good tidings from our ancient spirit. My next prayer for you today is that you are totally well in all your ways. Today's day is 18th, Tuesday 18th. Of November 2025. As we can see, the year is running out. By the grace of God of our ancestors, we are going to see the ending of this very year. The year will never see our ending. A lot is happening for those of us that is following up was different speculations. So I'm also going to definitely be playing this very track of Love Dube One Crime. As we also intend to look at a different topic from a different perspective today. So let's check it out. Please kindly share this video. I want to a little bit calm today. You know, we follow divine instruction from the God of our ancestors. As one that was chosen by God Almighty, as it was scripted in the book of Matthew 22, verse 14, said, many are called, few are chosen. We are chosen for this. Is our enemy that will bow down. We don't bow down for trouble. Any other one time will give unto them. So there have been confrontations. A lot of us doesn't really know why some certain things happen. Before you see physical war at times on media, there's already a lot going on spiritually. You have to get that category clear. Very, very important. Before you begin to see so many bars on media, just know that so many things don't already happen for the other side. And as spiritual, now they control the physical. So thank God for ancestors. They have never lose any battle. So I want to be looking at something very, very spectacular today. Very, very spectacular. You know, I've done a lot of research. Then we found out that the kind of people that fight for the palace, I'm going to be explaining it to you, and the kind of people that also oppose them. We are going to be looking at the shenanigans of Okpebholo, the reason why his governance is based on mentioning Obazee. I can't really get it. If you want to probe the past administration, probe them. I think it will also give people like us joy. And it will teach also the next person that is coming example. I've never seen a governor rant over his predecessor or whatever. Or person will take over from. You can't attack them on media. The reason why we talk on media because these are jurisdictions. The hotches you guys kept in social media is the same media they are using to push their bad narrative. So we also use the same media. You as a governor, if we were to be having the strength, either to go to court because we don't want to resort to fighting. It's only a alien that said that they are talking doing committing evil. If they tell you, I'm going to fight you, they will fight you. That to say, such a person that have such a notion or that have such mindset, there's something wrong with such a person. Now, let me just go to the topic before I will play the video of Okpebholo. I don't know where they even got themselves. It is breaking from me. We're going to be talking about the palace critical. We're going to be talking about Okpebholo. Then again, the only way some frustrated those, some of them, they are very frustrated, can make themselves relevant is to start fighting for the palace. After they don't go finish. The only way now they can come to a limelight of the money palace now. And this same person, he has problem. Bizarre. Now, if I have not saved myself, I will not be saying I want to save people. What you have to first of all do is to first of all save yourself first. Do you know? During VID, I did not just come here and start talking. There are several confrontations I went through. I'll go someplace, they'll say, okay, guy, if you don't get this thing, we don't go give on to you. I go test down. Where is it written in the law? I think I forwarded the Nuremberg Code 2.0. Nobody have the right to put anything in your system without your permission. Nuremberg Code 2.0. I forwarded it for people that was interested. Now, it's the same thing I go through. I gave a testimony the other day here. In September, I was attacked by somebody. I was able to skate through. Maybe now that same spirit now enter about so. I did resort to fighting. That is to say, if you look at this very period, the people that is always avoiding fighting, know that they are weakling. Because you have a target. You do not throw stone at everybody that back at you. It is not everybody that talk to me on media at the answer. Look at this very naughty boy in Sweden. Where they sit down for parlor. To the person where they gotta do the level, I talking. He said the husband, they allow, they collect money from Oibo, we come, they, do this thing with your wife. This is a married woman. Now, this same person have the moral right to talk to me. Do you know I did not come out for this very boy? Why did I choose to come out for this midget? I came out for him because he know what he's doing. Because why? He's jeopardizing our struggle. If you are doing your own there, we may not be friends. Why do I always support this our brother in UK? I'm not just supporting him as in, I'm supporting our battle. that based in UK crafting boss. No. It's all about what is he doing as at that time. That will make me to back him up, because our society will be battered with all manner of things. In trying to change the negative narrative, it's going to take time. That's why anytime the truth comes, you see me there. It is not everything I support him to do. At times, I will castigate him at times. A lot of you can even be wondering. One of our mother in Italy told me, he said, because I'm not just your fan in anything you do. There are some fans in anyhow you carry and go now fan. Me, I'm a coach. If I see that, like when they destroy his house, I use a carrier. This very issue again, I use a carrier. He may do other thing again when I just pass out your full hand. Because me myself, I get my personal waiting I do too. That it was in other words, are the CEO of Salvation for Humanity and Redemption. Any person that happen to be walking in the line of redemption and salvation, I will support him. I'm not just his full fan. Since 2020, now we talk during Obazee, whatever. Go and ask him. I even support him more than his own best friend. Not be all fight your own best friend, don't fit do video top put. Now, we became brethren to some certain extent, particularly when they do it and try to bend up the truth. Because this very narrative of there is one person that is more than everybody, this slavery mentality and all of that, it was so into these very people. And to deliver our people from it, we have a lot to do. That's why you have to put in your comment here, don't be afraid. There's going to be freedom of speech for everyone. Nobody is going to buy. Nobody has the right to kill anybody again. Those time is gone. Don't be so surprised tomorrow. God is also going to enter you and call you and begin to do things. That's why you have to learn it from her, because we have a lot of series of work in our society. Only one person can really do it. Now, I just read the heading to us. Let me read the other paragraph again. Now, for treated people, they overput palace matter for head. And if you watch everybody today supporting the palace, check the whole Europe. No, you yourself, I want to give you 1 minute to just think as I, play this Lucky Dube again. Let me see if I can get it from the very track. Now, me at the talk now say, now for treated people, have you ever seen Kafteosa children? Now, let me mention about some chiefs we know in the Benin Kingdom. I'm not going to be too insultive today, may God help me. But not direct. Now, I want us to, even a dwelling, I want them to be able to watch this very video. Now, have you ever seen Benediction children coming on live video, or let's say, Omosede defending the palace? Have you ever seen Ekato children? Eduwi of Ekato, for example. Have you ever seen it? Have you ever seen Greg Akenswa children? Have you ever seen any of bad relation? You can say, okay, I'm so now my passing you Erediawa. He go enter live video. Have you seen it before? Why is it that now for treated people they fight for this palace? Now, why the people who really owns the palace, they are not fighting or that is speaking the truth. They even know that this thing is bad. How which this palace can be rebranded. Do you know many people from the palace that is weeping today? Maybe the palace stop this one because the thing is even affecting them. They are even ashamed when some kind of news will come out from the palace. But all this thing when we naga afiane bowegeni. Even the palace is bele can be de. Na hine can be slave. E so no do level or be la viana no miena. A reasonable person will not fight you. And if you still tell people that is passing threat. I was in Madrid, I think that was it Juno Jereba? Habime? I was in Madrid some months ago here. It was standing ovation everywhere. Now I was not asking my friend, now where are the Osioba? Any of the Africa shop I go, anywhere I go, Chema Domo, Chema Ko, hey my brother Wesi, where are the Osioba? Where are they located? The other party I also go the other day when I told you guys that I also met some of our fans. One dashed me 50 euro inside. Then one for a par here also who was one for here in my city also dashed me 20 pounds. Then I'm now wondering, where are these Osioba? We don't see them in anywhere. Now, that is to say, it is only frustrated people. And the only way you can know that people are frustrated now that they put palace matter for head. When this idiot that is also fighting for the palace now, when he was in America, he was doing well. If you get money, if you dey chop well, you don't sit and say fight for the palace. For real. It is when you are frustrated. Do you know, as big as the head of Tiger and Lion, he does not fight for the palace. So. All waiting they do so, okay, why am mom and Araba with money? You don't see him saying, you don't see him say that. They don't say it. You cannot be having 10 million in your account and you are fighting for palace. Never palace is the way right? And some of the people that also fight for the palace, they have this marital problem. Although you be coming you will be. Now, just check around. May I play this music? I want, please, if what I'm saying is lie, put it there, I'm lying. I want to do a lecture this evening, for real. Because most of the time, I begin to wonder, why rich children, the people that really made it abroad, like all those people for America, there are some of, we have multi-millionaires that do in UK, some of them they stay here. They don't get that time. It's always frustrated alien. And they don't even send them. They are not even close. Have you ever seen one person go, so okay, now, that is really from the remade palace. They don't fight. They give you freedom of speech to speak. So, the reason why we are drawing all these things out, so that let's see who really sent them. Have you ever one day see that a palace wrote out a memo? May you know say na frustration. They want me to say relevant. Roll up that is Okpebholo palace and why you have you ever seen it before? It's like talking to the palace in most cases. They are, if they were sensible enough, they will leave you for the gods to judge. That's how it's supposed to be. It's not what you are supposed to start doing. You want to start killing people physically. You are going to go to jail. At the end of the day, the palace will also. What you have to do, if you have any prayer to do to help the palace, how will woman, a boy now born palace, why annoying, and you need to annoying. Because of if you can be able to do that, all this, whatever you are seeing on media will stop. Nothing is going to stop it. The more, okay, now, you want to come and use the palace issue to silence me. You are making me to lay cost on the palace again. At the end of the day, we are giving me a benefit. Nothing will happen. I bet you. Because we are speaking the truth. So in other words, now frustrated people. Okay, look at this very boy that after he have committed crime, he have fallen into problem. This double vaccinated moron. Now, do you know, no Edo alien push back against Vidvas? Aren't you surprised? Why is it that it's palace all the time? Most Edo alien today, they have microditis in their system. They have doctors in their family. They know what I'm saying. They know what I'm saying is true. Now, since Fulani have been ravaging everywhere, have you ever seen the way they come out when you talk about the palace? That all of them, it's as if they doesn't have villages. I was not asking myself one day, am I the only person in Edo, for example, in this very Europe? Am I the only person that have a local government? Go and look at part of Umo there, filled up with Fulani. You don't see nobody talks about it. But when it comes to the Jew palace, this very stupid boy have put himself in a state of Lodiba. Do you know what he later concluded? Frustration don't hold on now. He said na palace in the fight for. What right have you to talk to Mahaba? Now, what name, what stigma are they giving to the palace? They are trying to tell you that the palace is violent. They does not allow the freedom of speech. Under normal condition, the way it ought to be, leave the person to God, let God judge the person. You cannot be insulting Emi Duna, for example. Then I want to come and fight for Emi Duna. No, Emi Duna know how to fight for himself. It's like those days when we have not really, you know, we will never to do rich like that. We'll just see managing our plan. That you can't fight because of Jesus. Jesus will fight for himself. Jesus will fight for himself. There are fights you are not supposed to indulge in. Now, in other words, you don't see people that is driving new car, he go come out from inside a new car where he use about 40,000 euro take buy. You go dey call person Ogyomba. The people that call people Ogyomba are frustrated people and they don't have future. The NFA, no future ambition. Check all of them around. If I'm blind, put it there in the comment section. Now people wey don't fail for life, wey life don't frustrate. Because they say the truth is bitter. Now people wey don't frustrate where truth they bitter. They don't want to hear anything like truth. They don't want to hear it. People like us tell us the truth where we are, how we are not doing well. Ah, my brother, the language you are using is too sophisticated. Because we are fighting war. That not that just come. Hey, of you, no, this, who gave you the input? Did they even know you saying you? There are some chiefs in the palace. Let even so now, let call for election. Let all these aliens come and vote. A re-election. They don't even need the palace. Have you ever seen where they gossip about this very palace? Go to Benin now. Nobody want to hear it too. Now media people for they make noise. Do you know today, let's assume now, I will go to Madrid. Or let's say, I'll go to Barcelona, for example. Maybe 2 persons come out, say they want to fight me because of palace. 1,000 of that person will come out and consume them. Because people are no longer interested. Because the things have no relevancy to humanity again. That one was before. Now, how was the palace even created? It was created to frighten people. Ever since the death of they said Okpebholo died to restore the palace. Let's assume it was true. Now, the restoration of the palace, let's be frank and say, what benefit has this palace to you as a person? People will always say, a palace or Oyi no red. Now, how is the Oyi? This way you know that the law of so many Somedo are very, their lunacy is overwhelming. You say, Oba Benin Palace is not whatever. Okay, something don't enter. Let me read this comment from King Nosa. He said, Oba Benin Palace is not the only palace in Nigeria. But I wonder why they are all different. And these same Edo people are minority. They are minority. Sultan of Sokoto, the level is more higher than the Oba. Sultan of Sokoto, you don't hear Hausa people call anybody against Sultan of Sokoto. I don't know what's wrong with our people. Time is going. This was Ogyomba Erata. We're not the loto like Webo. We're so not the here destiny where only what you could bring out inside will block and submit. You want to also extend it to your children. Don't you see how fresh I am? Do you know there are powers? Oh, okay. When you lose case in Apex Court, maybe I think Supreme Court is the highest, right? Okay, Appeal Court. Okay, let's say Supreme Court. You took whatever from Appeal Court, later you go to Supreme Court. Like people like us now, so our matter be now. Our matter is not being judged again the ring road. It is being judged in a place where there is a bigger power and a bigger energy. Even where you like what does it just say where they be? Because this is what he was told because he's still a slave. That's how slave behave. Now, let everyone assume. Do you think? I don't think. Okay, let me know to make a critical example for us to understand. Like what I'm trying to explain here, I don't really know too much of many chiefs. Like, okay, now let's assume Osula, Epa Osula was also a chief in Oba Palace. Have you ever seen Jackie Sula fighting for the same palace because his father is a chief? Have you ever seen Jackie Sula fighting for the same palace? The same people that fight for the palace are people that are not even close. Me tell you say na frustration. Look at Kotisegosa Ugbo. I say Kotisegosa Ugbo background. I'm not trying to say that it's not good that you defend whatever. But it has come to know that A lot of people are speaking now. Then why are you defending lies? It has been proven to the world that this thing must change. We are in this very world today to change the negative narrative. And another thing again, people have to get clear. You have to give this freedom of speech to people. Like me now, I'm not from the palace. And at the time you want to force me, you want to come and father me, I'm going to insult you. That's what you are saying today. Now ask, a boy now, is the company that is not the son of our father. He is not the son of our reverend monarch. Now, where is he from? That's the question we are supposed to ask. Now, how am I surviving? That is to say, the prayers and everything they pray for you from the palace, even Bobo, wa mwahia, or have a few ton wa, wana wa wafia no wa agbeo. Imu. I don't know where kwa kele bribe ayakbo. Most of these Edo aliens should be happy that a lot, let's assume now, well, we group about it, for example. Now, let's assume about 200 by 200 or to a Sabbath. Now, about very is not like, let me not use bad the F word for him. For the now, I not to like this, I need to speak the truth. Honor will decide the number. Then 200 by 200 9 monabat. Immediately Miguel was supposed to be happy, not be hungry. Because I work like a libra. Now, those of you that the palace is his father, congratulations. But I'm not close to the palace, for crying out loud. I'm not, it's not my king. It is your king. I'm not trying to be disrespectful here. I will say it to his face. Yes, I respect you. That is it. But I wonder, everybody, you want to keep on enslaving everybody. It can't work like that. Don't you see that you guys are losing it every day by day? Except you can't do me anything. I've seen it all. We have fought the May fight here. Do you know what it takes for them to put you on radar? When not a radar. Anyway, you go and monitor work here. Master saw the one that saved me. Now, when one of the dairy, what does the palace do? Or what has the palace been doing to help us as a people where we born now? Or where open rebuke is better than a secret love. Normally, we are supposed to be having one tangible thing today the palace is doing for the children. Respect, you earn it, you don't force it. But do alien want to keep on forcing respect? How many of you today will start treating your children bad? Then you want that same child to respect you? City boss, you are there. I'm not a slave to the other, which is true. But normally, this is not supposed to be an insult. Mr. Abati win a year's slave, you might not hear you now. But those people will not be furious. Or if you beg a guy, or you want no, it's not like that. I just come today to come and beg us. Abba just said right now, he might be a son of the palace, for example. I'm not a son of the palace. Or we a slave, a son of the palace in a king. He a slave in a way. Then what is bad about that? And as a good son of the palace, he has the right to say, Baba, on Agimawo, deal with what God used this Dimorphy in Germany to say one time, where Baba, wa one don't matter, man. Do you know that man speak the undiluted truth? Gele matter, no? Just the same way most of us at times will tell our dad, Baba, wa own a piece of oro. Because either your dad, the way they pamper the senior one, or last one, the way they talk to him. You have the right to tell your dad, say, Dad, if you want peace to be in this house, you have the strength peace will be in this house. Maybe your father was a polygamous man. The second wife, they misbehave, or the third wife, or the fourth wife. You get the right to go meet your dad, even as a last born. Dad, if you want the peace to be in this house, you know what to do. The same thing that Dimorphy said. Or a do alien, they speak up against that guy. Now, how are we going to have a better society? And what is the proactive measure that the palace is doing? Okay, now, these people, they don't want to work. If the palace come out today with a proactive measure, we will help them to campaign, to sensitize the people. Everything we have been doing here, We are not being segregative. If I put recipe here, if we insult Okpebholo, if we insult anybody, we are passing those insults so that they have a change of heart and do the needful. I don't think anybody is fighting for his pet. Do you ever see anybody because of your personal selfish interest, you risk yourself? If you are in this very struggle, even your own senior brother, you will be an outcast. Nobody want to even mingle with you. But before people run from Emeka, there are people today, we don't communicate until this fight is over. There are people that will just call me now. It go take me 10 days before I go return call. You might write me because I don't want to hear those advice. Afeko, this and that. I don't want to hear it. We have to put things right. We are 21st century. What our father went through those days, we can no longer go through it. We can no longer go through it. Somebody will not say I'm not a slave. All those years all you will be. That is your personal ideology. There are people today now, they like Okpebholo. Some like a goosey pass. There are people today, they want to marry. They all walk holy man sling, they marry. Why there are also people all walk amen boy na ikwedo, na that kind of woman I like. Area me palace na ye. Some of them they do boggling people. Then your dad now become a politics or he play. Don't you know it's also a shame to you? People like us that even speak and notice it. Or because you don't see anything wrong. Because that was slave does. What does the book of John chapter 15 verse 15 say? He said, you are no longer my servant. I now call you a friend. Because why? A servant knoweth not what a master doeth. That's how it's supposed to be. Now we know Jesus. Why are we enslaving ourselves still? He may do me whatever. This matter is not all about maybe somebody they try to show disrespect. You know where you go? A lot of people will die young because of this very issue. Go and look at this double moron. After he might have done what he does. Because he got frustrated, not waiting and banana boy. You don't use frustrated man to fight for a guy. If you must even fight for a guy, fight, that is, do the right thing. Do the right thing. You can, or in the name of a guy, someone in the boy to court now. How many people has a guy sued to the court and they won because of defamation? A guy should be suing people. We are 21st century. One man give my way now, the children of the bomb behind your feet. Ibekana na mina, no one turner. We would do constructive whatever now. One man give my way while we're a generation 95 years and we're done. People are not happy. People are not happy. We're in 21st century. If you check that John chapter 10 verse 11, he said, I'm a good shepherd. A good shepherd live light down for the sheep. Or what so one on my him? Or so one on money? Or more one yari kiri one mo yeno yari. If as we take there abroad with the civilization we have gotten, we know Salobari are happy man. If we choose to speak the truth, palace will change. The very day the palace is one where and don't want to become Dubai. Under 5 years will become Dubai. Look at the recent whatever that happened in Moa. Now, do you know, a lot of people feel, well, what this double idiot have done, they have done it well. Now, look at the shenanigans. Ambassadors were attacked. We attacked. Still the same scenario, this double idiot, oh my God, I'm with me. Even many are almost 46 years of Bokrino. Because this very boy, after they've attacked the ambassadors, European ambassadors and America, that came to come and open Moa. The same Hollands that attack Moa are the same Hollands that also attack Obazee. And the same people that support the demolition, who invited, embarrassed the people that came to come and open Moa, were the same people that were still clamoring for the same boy that attacked Abat. That's why I always quote the scripture here. I'm not trying to tell you that I'm too vast. If you read that Ephesians chapter 4, verse 27, or we neither give play to the devil. Amen. He's already in jail. Abba make an entry. Somebody is threatening me. He said, and he really went and fulfilled that very promise, then also well, it's 20 years in Europe. So 20 years of your being in Europe were wasted. Or manoro might be 3 years, or you do be and law and order. You think it was weakling, Ugbo Wampi. At the end of the day, you are trying to use the palace to cover because Makata Ikata Newe, palace have now become a den of thieves. You know, the Bible said the word of God is run toward the righteous one run into it and they are saved. Then, in other words, the palace is a den of criminality. Aya assassin run into it and they are saved. That's why any killer man, always going banana, and any person has been an guano, guy vampires in your talk. Go and look at one horror. He's closer to the palace. Now tell me one particular criminality. Tell me one particular criminality that the palace have eradicated. Rather than my late father blessed memory, there's one English word he always use. He say you are aiding and abetting criminal, but Ujojo, that's what palace are doing. Now let's even assume it's not the Oba that is doing it. As we keep on saying it, that to say, let's do a forensic analysis. Then you are trying to cover it up. Maybe the same person sitting on the throne is tired of the shenanigans. Instead of you, the child, to one day listen. Have you ever seen any doing? We even say, okay, they support all manner of things. The Oba will come out endorsing Okpebholo or endorsing one particular candidate, fighting against the other one openly. You think that is normal? No king in the world do that. If, for example, now the king of Spain, Felipe VI, Barca, and let's say Atletico Bilbao, they are playing finals in Copa del Rey. Do you know this king is going to be in the stadium watching? He's not going to say anytime Madrid take ball, he's going to do like this. Then, if Atletico Bilbao or Atletico Madrid want to score, he go keep quiet. He go fold down. But when Real Madrid you take ball, he go to, before you know, say I know. He don't do it. He died. Figuratively, he will be dead watching it like this. Anyone that score, he clap for them. You don't see them. Do you know he's also a fan to one of those clubs? You know they show up. That's so Unaoba supposed to do. Why are bold? At the end of the day, do you know the more loved person today? No, a Louis of a palace in Ezaba. Open rebuke is better than a secret love. Do a man and why? Wawa rek pelekwan e shenanigans wa waona. E o tornado aya zoro no wa. Na la o wa a problem was see you at all. Now they cause problem for our children down. Look how it was quoted in John chapter 4 verse 24. He said, our God is a spirit. Anyone that must worship God in spirit and in truth. During we don't want to even remember how the havoc the palace comes. It's not supposed to be there today if we are even civilized. Any judge in our attorney, and when they look and be insult, why won't you insult the palace? You people sold human beings. Can they sell you today? Now, Agwe Palace just to know you guys is furious. Now, what they buy here are asking, they sold person not quite long here. They buckle people and sold them out to slavery. This is your palace. That show you are seeing there. They are asking, you know, man. Now, our Google you don't want to take any bully. What does that Luke 6 verse 31, what does it say? He said, do unto others likewise what you may have them to do to you. So God always pass warning before judgment. One if do no man no way to work a problem was see you at all. Eman what your banner ask ask spread the word. Oh, please come. It happened in the book of Judges chapter 9. About Jephthah. Do you know Jephthah was drove away from the house of the Gilead? Go and look at the book of Judges chapter 1. Chapter 9 verse 1. Sorry, chapter 9 verse 1. Go and read it. Jetta were driven out of the house. They told him, you are no inheritance here because your mother is Ogiomba, your mother was a harlot. They humiliated Jetta. Do you know, Jetta truly walked away and went to the city of Tob. Honor created Beweja. Jetta was there, relaxing. Do you know, when the children of Amorite rose up against the Gileadite, they end up looking for Jetta. Do you know what it is? Please, come and fight for us. Okay, or we will make you our command. Then Jetta now make a promise to God according to how he was created. Or where una gumeti yokonare, whatever thing that come out from my house, Yawade, I will sacrifice it to you. But behold, after Jephthah have defeated Emmanuel oppressed the Gileadite, the first thing that came out from Jephthah's house, the Jephthah Ohonkone or day, was his only daughter. We are doing the will of God. And they call even through comment, you can comment. You are called. Don't leave this thing for anybody. That's why anytime they rose up against her, but I always put my voice from here. I think already my knowing. My voice going before. Even the people they meet go together, what have stand to defend the truth, even not support, they can't defend. Okay, look at how this very young man the other time. Oh man, on fear 419, no me de go, no severe de be. On a platform, a color money to order. He collected close to about maybe more than 60 million. On a miojinae, on a gani riedo. Now, they will not work it down. Do you know this boy was not celebrated? The same midget and his gang, they can't do such a thing. Now, how are we going to have a better society? We can't. We can't. And always say, the day is getting darker. That's why we must have to repent. The palace you are supporting, we are now in the era of knowing. Before we end the era of believing, whatever thing they just tell you, now you use fire to babble. You cannot use that same fire to protect your children. So, madam, let's support each other by one way or the other. We cannot continue like this. If your buyer enjoy, can they just enjoy the going and working no talk, then you are there fooling yourself. Yage no document and eguana or the Yesegan already. With make up present those videos, naka attack a diplomat. Then all the tie, all the link again, Yeregan already. And no ya will not go to regret his life. Except where you beg about to work, no while no muyoto. We no press charges. A many manager life of Bokireno. Okay, now first we go attack. Okay, now we want to a diplomat, particularly that violent video ni. Ni aya vipo vie ya fe ya busted. E can a diplomat ye. They all the link in collaboration with the first church you can make, and you are not even invited, and you are still saying well, okay, now what does it benefit you? Oh, what does it take out of me? Immediately, I saw it on YouTube the other day. Ona gbiro ye meni. Iro ogmeyo. E ma be immediately one mana dizone ya, my dear. E me mena asiwafi. You cannot spend all your life. Instead of you fighting for the palace, fight for the people. Let end it like that. Now, confirm what is the will of the people. What did people need? They will need okay, me man need the me I cannot fight for the palace. Whatever thing I'm doing today, I'm fighting for the good of those. Maybe your man will see 100. It's not all those are alien. Ave gange midget na ave kotisegosa down anyway the alien. Because alien they does not see anything good in what you are doing. We can't continue like this. And you that is not so speaking, this is also consuming you. Do you know since when a lot of people are finished building their house, they cannot go home? If the palace say today, don't allow that, we will not die, you know, allow that now. Before we start speaking, we don't already know where it goes. That's why I don't know when last I have bad dream. Very banana here, he said, and a sweet dream guy. Oh, when we blow, we work at times, money not see the expenses too much. When we pay, bill, me pay. You don't get one thing where I go for pool because of say, okay, they do this one. Now your ear for the sound as insult. To God, keep on saying it. That is just it. Okay, it means we are trying to be disrespectful. We are not trying to be disrespectful. The same way we castigate government, we have to castigate our leaders. Say you are not standing between if you beg with donning, like your activism is not complete. They say three places made for freedom fighter. I don't even know how they come out with such a delusional statement. 3 places meant for freedom fighter. Ezra, prison, and grave. Ezra, prison, and grave. Now, if you are fighting freedom and people are not running after you, not the freedom you they fight. You are a content creator. If, for example, this very dark man, he have been talking about Benin. He have been talking about Benin, for example. Donald Trump is saying Nigerian and ban. Honor say Nigerian okay now. We are focusing our attention. We have already know what's happening in Benin Palace. They are using it to oppress innocent Christians, for example. You see, everybody will start calling Donald Trump Ogiomba. Now, with the virtue that Donald Trump does not like oppression, with the virtue that Ibrahim Traore does not like does not like oppression also, and some other good activists, they are Ogiomba. Now, who are Osioba? The people that commit crimes are Osioba. That's what they explain to us. Because everybody we are saying, imagine, Omano platform Yagbenanedo. Name of your bag banana, are you with your Ogiomba? That is to say, I don't want to start measuring it because I'm a water, you know. Now, the people constituting and selling land, criminal alien. Those ones, they are Osioba. The people that are doing well are Ogiomba. Then what does that explain to you the palace is made for? The palace, they prefer to entertain criminal aliens. If you are a good person, you cannot name the palace. Before you can come closer to the palace. Now, we were born and brought up, and we have this thing often that I go back doing. Now, the people you guys have charged so far, I know 1 or 2 persons might be too aggressive in his advocacy. Now, who also prompt that person to become very brutal and begin to use sophisticated language are some of all these morons abroad for treated people. We are not ourselves. That is a right way. How you want to talk? When they think of the next calculation, you they think of how you and your friends want to go Mabea, go Ibiza, go flex. Now you want to go to corpus, you're going to make the person come grip you tomorrow. You can't. I've never wanted to use that language, and it's not a name I want to call anybody. If you call me the name, you are cursed. The people that speak the truth is Ogiomba. Now, I was Ali tagged. If we have it that Ali, during Ali, there was free education. A man that brought free education, he was it tagged Ogiomba, now you work bole nana. Now, what was Obazee ideology to Edo? Why is Obazee still Ogiomba? Grega Kenzo is also Ogiomba. Every una year school were donated them tag Ogiomba. Professor Abrosali. I think Grega Kenzua is also professor, right? Obaseki is also equivalent to professor. Let anybody open mouth right now and speak that we have found out that palace are now involved in politics, you know. They'll tag you, but that's why people are not speaking. That's why these are brothers in Germany being able to come out and start neutralizing that very name. It ought to be respected. every person who has spoken concerning this very scenario wants to be respected of Obazee. We are seeing the process of neutralizing this very name. Okay, the palace can be there and support the government. What is bad about that? Must then be no for criminality, grabbing of lambs, no freedom of speech, and Mushugi Wagi Egba. Go and look at Ebowa now. The same thing they did in 1897 that made the Potoki revenge. And Adoeza Oborame. Don't you think it will happen again? We don't want to hear the truth, that's it. Or we righteousness exalt a nation, but sin is a reproach. How we go to get our liberation? I'm 22 years abroad now. I'm happy today. I'm not reasoning like my late dad. Always been a biomesi. But when we were growing up, Imam we go to Yekbo now. During our set for Egosa, I want to who for almost 2 years. I've been more than a year or so. It was our set. Body they hot. But right now, we are not reasoning like our own dad. Read the door when mommy umwere botonia. A comment or look at what you are doing. This go home now. Are you not tired of slavery? Where we slave? Where we slave? Who will say slavery are you water? Maybe a webo yenia. Don't you see the way the whites are helping your children? We check a webo now. All their kings. Ihan yo boneani. Di yo bopa no ke palace we la dia. Read the door no gam you can. You can't ben. Una must come show now say where feel here and look at the name you are also bearing. This is your palace you are supposed to do this. Very the nature na here believe we guane. If you were a deba. Or who woman be no si komane and who will exist. At least this platform might be peaceful since. We are trying to talk to ourselves. There are people today now, they might still claim 1 or 2 ignorant, okay. In a mind, or we, the day of ignorant, God overlook. Now you have no. He urged everybody to repent. Let not start tagging one particular person as if we thought we down or something. How this one when last time he went home. Because of one manner, behind Yahoo, one year kidnapping him. Oh, what manner? Oh, why man? Everybody all escaped. Since every one of us escaped, we have not been able to go home since. Let me just block you. Can come from another distance. I don't want to be over distracted. But you not get the one we did for the palace. Imagine you hate the truth. But or when you shall know the truth according to how it was scripted. In that John chapter John 8 verse 32. He said you shall know the truth and the truth shall set you free. Before the truth sets you free, first of all make you miserable. Why not just digest it? Why not digest it? And be set free for once. The palace you are supporting today, they sold human being. Where will you be happy? A government army so you sorry. Even when the child is still alive, I can say look for the mother tomorrow. You go and look at in all indication, what does the palace stand for? We are in the 21st century. We are 21st century. Palace right now is not playing politics. You guys just don't want to change. They to work out with name in mind. If somebody like me, so let's even assume the last video, in the end of my video yesterday, I put in a recipe there. Why did I put that recipe? I put it there because of our brothers who are also feeling pains. Do you know how many people I have helped with my hand? Any movement I make here, we don't segregate. When we are always saying, we want you to change. Okay. That is what these useless boys were supposed to be like. Let everybody start praying. Those states in me. Now, why must you Everybody is talking. Imagine you are asking when last day. I can't go because it's not good. What's good about it? We are not even traveling. We didn't travel from Edo. We escaped. Nobody knows when he or she is going home. Before you become a real freedom fighter, you have to first of all leave your home first. I come and have a base here. We doesn't have disturbances here. Yes, they don't want to learn. Even no matter the language you use for them. Thank you for that comment. What are you benefiting from this very slavery? We are here in abroad. We know the help we have got it from abroad. Even not for this abroad today. Even not for this West. That part for see the sex slaves. Do you know how much the West have given to whatever, to the palace? Here we go. Today they are not going to humanitarian whatever. That's what we want to remain. We are not being insulted today. If I have the right to insult anybody, sue me to court. Sue me to court. Let that your juju do something. A lot of people doesn't even know how juju work. You don't have money to go to Nigeria. How much is ticket? Well, women you were no bug bear. How much is ticket? I have nothing to go and do there. After I bury my mom and my dad, okay, behind you, I do me. Behind you. If I want to go, I will go. Okay, why do you think back at me? You guys are really very stupid. I don't have money to go to Nigeria. You know they see me on media. You look me like a person who will they play. Look me well. And not be like who they stay front of supermarket. You are very stupid. Is it everything you write? I don't news. I don't know why they love this slavery. I don't know why. If you write that comment again, I go block them. It's not all about Obazee. It's all about supporting good governance. This area where you buy, the palace have already sold this notion to you that Obazee is Ogyamba. That's why most of you are going to have a mawa. You are unable to create your own personal narrative. Until you set up a better narrative for yourself. If you watch it today, you are over struggling. Most of you today, you are over struggling because of this very notion. Now, a palace is not here a slave in Ogyamba. I will mark his slave. I will mark his slave. It's just the same way we are right now. Because we are not supporting your stupidity. Why will you Obama? That's how people say. Because the most senseless people are Osioba. You have to be senseless to be Osioba. If you are brilliant, you cannot be Osioba. At the time you are applying common sense and logic to do something, you have to be a moron to be Osioba. A moron. You have to be a moron to be a son of the palace. Don't you see how the Pogon of you? Don't look at all of them. Look at all of them. Don't look at all of them. Look at all of them. Look at them. Look at them. Do it tied to their name. May what you follow you. May what you follow you. As you choose to follow evil, evil will continue to embrace you. No, I won't blow them. No, the thought is a normal sag. They don't want you to mention anything about the palace. They don't want you to mention it. No matter how constructive you will be. Then you guys want us to... No, I'm not a slave. Now you be slave. Because if you support the palace in the Arsenal, now you say now you be slave. This is what we are settling here now. We are not a slave. And your father is not my father. The Oba is not my father. Get that clear. And leave me alone. Mwakia now. Okay. Maybe you are just coming. I've explained it before. Oweko Akinlebra, Eva Yakbo. The land that was supposed to be shared and some part to be given to me. Where Mubauwe. Okay, won't I have the right to say where the Oba is not my father? must you force somebody to be his father? I should be the one that is complaining, okay, oh, the Oba rejected me. I don't know what to do again. Que yo va a hacer ahora? Yo no puedo vivir. Si mi rey me ha abandonado. Mi rey me ha abandonado. Yo no puedo sobrevivir. Mi padre me ha dejado. Dios me ha dejado. I should be the one crying. Because the king loves you, he didn't love me. But I'm saying it on media. It's not my father. During the coronation of Charlie, do you know what the British people did? They were doing the fake coronation. While people wrote on their chests, they were protesting, "Not my king." Boldly. Boldly, not my king. Now, the people that were there, the food that they would have given to people outside, the people that accepted that is my king, they will share it. Like my father was not a chief in the palace. He was a comfortable man. My father never told me, I'm a slave. No. Now, if that's what your father tells you, who is crying? I'm just mocking you. You say I'm crying. Who never say where he bugging where home and bon. You should know where I'm making mockery of you. I mean, me damo to bewensa. Carry man. I do have a long way to go. Hi, Donald Trump say we cancel everybody. I intend to come out with this very topic, hoping that 1 or 2 alien will also have a change. Go and look at the children of the earth. They are living well. Here you go. Your village will be taken over. Your village will be taken over. I don't even have a specific person I'm supporting, but we support the truth. This is how you deal with the same thing that happened, similar thing that happened to Ago. This is a similar thing that happened to Ago. If not because of what you people are doing right now, I would have told the commenter to stop the insult. I will not tell them to stop the insult. This is how people escalate problem. We may not they run for problem. Why we change the Bama just one arena, boys one arena, where you may be in peace. At the end of the day, I give it to Gualime. Let me also quote to you again that book of Judges chapter 6. You know about Jephthah. Gideon. That Judges chapter now we're talking about Jephthah. Do you know about Gideon? Go and read Judges chapter 6. An angel of the Lord appeared to Gideon. He called him mighty man of valor. Gideon looked around and said, you are calling me mighty man of valor? He said, I'm the least in my father's house. And we are from Manasseh. My papa know if we go farm right now. Then you are calling me mighty man of valor. To cut the long story short, then Gideon had to go through the process of time. God comes to Gideon and says, okay. Gideon comes ask God, say, okay, show me a sign if you are really the one talking to me. God comes to show a sign. Do you know? If you read down downward, you will get sense from there. Before you know, God told Gideon, he said, you are going to defeat all your enemy. Hundreds of them, as if you are fighting one man. A Bible white, Bible, they are the most senseless species. That's why I make reference biblically to further buttress my point, because to save slaves is very difficult. Because most of you are born slaves. The slave is in here and is in your vein or a DNA. Slavery. Even when Oba will even make the announcement today, say, okay, why you of VML, who was why you are because it's a multi inheritance. Wasu. Imobata we toss your basu. Imawaba, we're not your any because you don't feel that a man can read me. Even when they call Jesus, he's a perfect master. No, why I gather now when Jesus Christ is below. He called them Peter. He said, nobody is perfect apart from my Father which is in heaven. Then where do you people got your perfection from? He says you the preach, but he asked me because you are wrong. I'm not preaching the Bible for salvation. I'm preaching it to you, make an eye elaborate so that you will be sensible. Now, what does the book of all you do because why you school? Edweli and the most senseless people. Now, if you look at that Second Timothy 3, verse 16, he said, all scripture is God breathed upon to teach, to preach, to direct in holiness. Am I going to seek a miracle on the norms? So when I seek a miracle, and the more you read this very Bible, the more you become slaves. Even the Bible were used to support slavery. Open your Bible to the book of Ephesians chapter 6 verse 5. It says, slaves, obey your earthly master. It's there. I need to surprise that I'm very vast in Galilee. You are supposed to be ashamed of yourself that I'm very vast in Galilee. If na your Bible make hamu wena, it will make you understand because your kind of slavery, deliverance, is raw. How can in this modern world one go sleep? I don't even sleep drink. Oh no, I don't even drink nor smoke. I don't even drink nor smoke. You see how funny it is? Can any Edo do this kind of teaching? The only person today in Sabbath space of Yagwan is about one or two persons. In the Edo state, the whole of them, Amamugoni and on a story. Me explain me my way. Why I said why you told me on Sunday morning with Bible at church. We might have a verse. Compare these verses I'm telling you. They tell you Bible. Or Bible now. Now, what does the book of Isaiah chapter 48, verse 22? What does it say? He said there shall be no peace for the wicked. Do you know the reason why you are furious now? Because imagine most of you are in Europe here. How have you been treated in this very Europe? Or when you go and sleep? Or when you tell you? At the end of the day, we can or when I will na question rock by faith. This is how people behave. At the end of the day, now your people. We talk about Brafa. What can Brafa? We talk about your freedom. Are you happy the way the state of Edo is? Don't you see Edo is sinking? Don't you see Edo is sinking? A D7 governor, maybe that will be a topic for another day. I really like to this topic. I leave you guys are writing comment or where it changes are one day. God will visit you people, so you cannot continue like that. Every man you were. Imagine you are accepting slaves. Of your bag normal person, where I slave in. The man understand, okay, they gain one year or nine. A slave very UK now. King Charles dare not misbehave. They will raise up a protest against him. The king of Spain dare not misbehave. Dare not misbehave. Like what somebody wrote just now. There are palaces everywhere. Sultan of Sokoto is position no more higher than the Oba of Benin. Have you ever had one day? You might not want to look at here. Ancient city. You are ancient in brain. Thank you, my brother. We don't be speaking. Instead of you to listen, we move. How is this guy been able to compare us to the Bible? In the Matthew Bible, I'm just quoting it here for you. There may be one or two mistakes or whatever, you know. What does that book of Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2, what does it say? It says, when the righteous are in power, the people rejoice. It says, when the wicked beareth rule, the people they suffer. The reason why we are suffering today, all our leaders are not ready to make our life to be better. Do you know why? We have removed the ancient landmark the way it was scripted in that book of Proverbs 22 verse 28. He said, remove not the ancient landmark. Now, all do when I okay, your father is not my father. It's not supposed to pain you now. Why that way, ba? Must everybody come from me? Okay, when you Kegware, how do you think you are more better than me? If nobody that is from the Egwa that can speak in eloquent manner like this, okay, come and start educating us without calling anybody Ogyomba. Or even use the Ogyomba. Come and start telling us the benefit of the palace to us. Now, me, I'm bringing disadvantage of the palace to you now. Write in the comment the benefit which I'm not seeing. Let's assume I'm ignorant or I'm naive. Yo no sabe nada de su palacio. Yo no sabe nada de su rey. Como yo es nuevo en esa ciudad. Explícame o edúcame. Newton, sienta aquí. Me voy a explicarte algo. ¿Qué dice? I will ask. De un suantama me voy que mi rey está así, mi rey is good, mi rey es bueno, mi rey is that. You start telling me, look at what my king can do, what he again or right in one. Then he's not doing any wrong. Then we shouldn't speak. There is difference between a slave and non-slaves. We are not slaves and egbo bakiri. We are not kegbo bari. To God be the glory. We are not fighting. We are mukie. Market bobare now. Then what's bothering you about that? I should be the one that should be feeling bad. Because my Spanish in Zena. We are going it's not your father. Why? Because it's still, you guys are contaminating the land. Okay, when over here now, what are you saying about it? Okay, do you like everything that is happening there? Because I'm too brilliant for him to father now. I'm too brilliant for him to father. Too good for him to father. Too vast in Galilee for him to father. Too vast. I'm too wise and too civilized. I'm not a slave. He can father you guys because you are a slave. A slave in a control. I'm not part of the people not here. I'm too big for him to father. This is not an insult. Or have when you're going to father because you are a slave. Uman civilized. That's why you see everything to be rosy. Don't you think you guys are putting yourself into a problem? How can we father him? I'm not a slave. Can we go and father any British? Even people from Burkina Faso. You can't father them because they don't like the lifestyle. They don't like it. They don't like the lifestyle. Thank God that you guys are writing comment today. How can you father a sensible person like me? Where do I slavery mentality, your father? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay, you are. Now, the book of 1 Timothy 5 verse 17. He said, let the elder that rule well be counted worthy of double honor, especially those that labor in word and in doctrine. Okay, pure my evening. Or is it not pure? Where we are going? The use is easy to do pure. Oh, why you love us and amu? We will come. Or is it not pure? Where we uno kweru weri. Eruwe Mariotin va no gami o kan wagbon. Gbogbo no fin we. Eruwe Mariotin va. Uno kweru weri. Or is it not pure? We. Mona find this guy a picture. Me and post a picture for page later. Before you go remove, Mona find a picture for me. Idiot. Anything. Okay, now I said now okay. I not be a friend. Forget about it. Most ways we cannot keep on sugarcoating everything. You talk, you die. You not talk, you die. Whenever we're mukie now, you cannot father. How can you can't explain anything? Just that you guys are coming newly. That's why you are still bothering yourself. Right? You are not supposed to be writing comment again. If for treated people, imagine if you have a business to do tomorrow, you will not want to offend God. Do that when I get a say. O salobo na get bless you. You rather give that to go salobo awese. And even the whatever the edo is not even favorable for you people. Tama make no mavede do. Go ke village oba le assume orion is good. Where is good in the beginning? Abiri me la dan ya jasen no. Mi pa gban ri me la dan ya jasen we wa kian. The thing they enter the airport. E will be a quote Bible we act no sense on pure. When at pure, or is in a moko. Like one of my friends with the mamu who yamukita. Don't you see we mind the controversy that is even in the palace today? Are you guys not ashamed of yourself? Wagile them to Edo Elian are very useless. The most useless species. We have problem that is before right now. Our people are buying anyway. We even know right now, only God knows. You are talking to me. Let me post my picture. Me do any, you say me they do all those things. What I want you to do? I build your double wahala. Me do any, my brother, Agmenu wewe. Ye boy, you know, now you know now. You must be an homo, but where you managbo now? Where managbo? A reasonable person is not supposed to be even come here and start doing any insult, you know. A Mugu quoted Bible where Martin quotes. Now slave now be Mugu slave or a Mugu slave. Even Ogbonano buy a Mugu. Ogba wetin Agbonana wa. Egbara ogba republic. We ma gbe na nebu. Even no dey know 2030. Even no dey know onu yawo negbo my brother. Don't walk in man. My darling brother, thank you for the word of God and wisdom. God bless you, Juliet. Osazua. If I lead them, they will learn. Yeah, they will learn, they will learn. No, you know what they me now. No, I just want to, you know, at time when people write comment like this, you are so correcting them. Maybe the area maybe you want, I would have not been able to go it, you know. So everything have been scripted, you know. That's why I'm no longer over quarrel, but make I invite you come Canada. Which I come to for Canada. Me not in Canada, but we are learning in Canada. What's special about the Canada? If they just do you are me, if no they know in Canada, Canada we are Zagagana, who we are lay. Canada we are Gagana. Not be as I be so saying us. I'm inside my house now. I will have pure blood at least. I able to contaminate me when we contaminate everywhere for your information. But because of our audience, you know, let me leave it like that. If you respect my father, I will also respect you. Walk out here, body my banner. Or more than you Zangira here. If you live in glass, do not throw stone. We are here, but okay, look at what you are saying. I've explained to you when Moron ever father. A born free like me cannot be there. Ogunigbe anything. I want more box specialist. Even if I'm now are the most senseless people. Wawagbano, at least we tap here. A finger one in the graphene outside that tell the moon. A finger one in the graphene outside that tell the moon. It's slap on every rock banner. That one a normal thing. Now who is the first one? I be bastard. Oman we banana kinebo Richard or a bastard na. Oman we banana na be bastard. You have overstayed in your welcome. I wanted you to learn, but tomorrow no deliver well, so it's no longer my fault. Because we are here to make sure we liberate our people. Now the problem is your grandfather were enslaved, and it was also transmitted to you. And it's very unfortunate that you're also transferring to your children, which is very, very bad. Please, what you need transferring this very thing to your own children, they can't mind. To be very, very bad though. You're not good at all. To be very, very, very bad. It's going to be very, very wrong. In the book of Numbers, where God visit the iniquity of the children up to the 4th generation. Imagine you are in a platform where you are supposed to learn, might learn. Yeah, they are very far from the truth. That's why I say then I made destruction severe. Which account number once I tell you say they're hungry. Don't news is your head correct at all? Go and donate and feast up your society. Instead of them to change, they can't change. Opportunity for you to learn. Opportunity for you to learn. Why is civilization ma ye go wa? Many hundreds of years ago, there was a time the people they revolted during the time of Obazee. The people they revolted. You know they revolted. Or man revolt. During the time of Agba, I think it should be in your history. They revolted. And I mean with Okpebholo where Igbe. Okpebholo was murdered. Who Akpa out of his will. And you guys are all saying fake stories. It's very unfortunate where one or what do one boombe. They are going to be seeing what happened to you soon. But we'll try to save everybody, but nobody wants to save his ourselves. If you're not taking me away from our day, it's going to be the truth. And nothing but the truth. If you are commenting now, here and there now. Why the body bother winning away mamowa? Even when winning and why you were guasele. Love you too, dear. Only today I just want to, I'm led to start looking and comment. Let me see the kind of topic we are going to be coming out with, you know. At the time people are very furious, like they know that the thing they enter them. You are seeing somebody speaking to you from, I'm giving you proof in anything I'm saying. Because this very struggle is biblical. Other person may not be using Bible to buttress their point. But I know the one I use Bible because this is the only thing that can be able to free us mentally. The chain no longer in your neck. That indoctrination. Religious circumcision is just some way of There are a lot of this heading today I didn't talk about. I'm going to be removing it. Then we'll talk about it another day. Imagine only 3 of you, out of about more than 200 that is watching. Or think one of you way. Waman wa me freedom. When I don't know because slave does not think such a thing. Trade does not want development. Waman believe in civilization. Which is it is very appalling. When we give where for treated people or well, we are trying our best. God knows that we are trying our best to make sure you guys are delivered. My dear. Now you know. You never stay in the Benin City one day. Somebody that lives stay inside the Benin City or live a life in it, man. Have you ever seen a reasonable Ake man not getting level? If you ever bring matter, I bet Mona forget that to nothing. That's I know why you talk good. That's neither they talk now. It's only for treated people who are fond of all these things. Who are fond of all these things. Because a lot, so many persons have not really seen life from a different perspective. Just look at the other guy now in UK. You have spent 20 years abroad. Even with me now. Does that make sense? Now I want to go and fight because I've spent 20 years abroad. That to say no civilization. That mentality of slavery, you know. You are in a place, we now king, who him with president, approve. Then you as he saying where you go slap me. Let me not say more. You know, where our brother who have just overcome you guys by not turning the fight to become two fighting, because that's a terrorist attack. You are going to be seeing what happened. It might be 5 years, but it can just say 40-something years. Whereby the OEU, a diplomat came to Edo, one attacking and one pull for. Go and look at the state of Edo today. Go and look at the state of Edo. And if the goodness in the palace will spread all around, anything good is wrong. Go and look at the state of Edo. Every merry goy, every merry village, even at the bottom of Edo, I have no father and mother to lose. But the same people that is fighting for the Edo to be better are the people whose children are not even there. We are not begging. Oh, you know. Very wicked set of people. A man that loves his children will fight for a neighborly society. Which you guys are not doing. We be slave of God. Yes, now that's who you are now. That's who you are. Anytime they are doing festival again, maybe I'm a me or money and me. You are happy to say that you are a slave. Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. This is who you call yourself. Your generation will be slave. Look at the name you are calling yourself. In the 21st century. I'm very, very ashamed of you. One or two person. I know one day your spokesman, they will rise up and address you people. You address what one day. You can't continue like this and make it in life. A life everywhere we're being. Energy not the dial. If you copy some certain people today, a slave will make a slave, not the rich. Look at what Jesus Christ said, that John 15, verse 15. He said, you are no longer my servant, and I call you a friend. A servant knoweth not what the master doeth. Even it was even scripted though. A fiction. Or who way of vien, or what se mon wikin. Runda we or vien e no gage sikeme. Or siena me. Ina ga siegwa ban or I know any chief. They are not going to call me a slave. I'm going to be coming as a diplomat because I have something to come and do for the palace. When a slave in I will not allow Boba. No idea we are doing now. We are 10 way. Why men of Vienna? Why what? About another company now in a slave. Check up his life. While again is better than every one of you. It's better than because it's not a slave. You don't even know that you are diminishing yourself by calling yourself. Why not say, I'm the true son of the palace? Why not say that? Please. No matter the hatred I have for you people, anybody video. It's not a name you're supposed to call yourself. Call yourself, okay, I'm a son of the palace. Even better. Because you are going to, your children is going to be giving other people children problem in that way. A boy in a slave, you know, yeah, we know ni. Because a slave are dear rat in magba. Because they say zombie say na one way. A slave are your moja. Ovie eri mage Gabriel Sawa Benedu, a summer of Benin. Who can give you anyhow? We not do your 10 way, no might be. But when a slave in again or your 10 way. Call yourself a son. They were what immediately attacked by slaves. Go and look at him today. A lot of them in Germany are called themselves slaves. Is that one to I'm the son of the palace? It's even better than. I can't get it. Intoxicating the society. It's not good for you. Don't you see how your father transferred this slavery to you? Slave you shall remain. I pray your children is able to break up the yoke. Slave you shall remain, so shall it be. He said the power of life and death lies in the power of our tongue. Edo News, I don't care whether that is your name or that is not your name. As you have said it, our ancient father say amen. Go and mark today's date. Ebona and Lelo. Slave you shall be. I will remove your children. You are going to die as a slave. So that what you are going to have will be you borrow. Now you have received the prayer. Let me ban you from the page. Useless set of children. Or where mataya dole woji. What is truth in what you guys are doing? Everybody's talk abroad. Because of one or two, but when I calculate have a moron, have a homo buggy now, you are not to 2,000. One hour keep a state hostage. What's you guys' problem? From today, say I'm the son of the palace. Stop accepting this slavery. Uzaga. Causing headache here. You are from the palace, you are still a slave. Is that one not a big shame? I'm a son of, be proud, I'm a son of the palace. We so slave. It's even more better. Telling me you are a slave. You think I will take it lightly with you? Who do breed the slaves? Yewe bona. Are you mad? No wonder they bona me waffle. No white man they talk to me anyhow. You don't even call me immigrant. Don't try it. Oh man, okay. No, a black amigo come no immigrant. I didn't want them. Don't. If you try with me, I will blow up your fucking head, man. That's how we defend our color here. If really your father will, if they will you be a slave to your father? No zaga away. Very senseless set of people. I will I be a slave to my father? That's just my own identity. Misplaced priority no mama. You will be a slave to your own father. Anyway, I'm going to we are not even see the monarchy speak one day. Anyway, you want to breed was say, ni when you salwa. Who even know that the ideology of the palace might have changed? A memo na munu wa get slave wa yekin wa do mula dia. Maybe I walk wa say any atalo wudo. Change the narrative. I'm son of the palace. Better than. I'm proud to say that you are a slave. And we're everywhere. No reasonable father will want to take a slave as a child. No reasonable father will accept you. Instead of you being a son, you turn yourself to become a slave. He will not. I will not accept any friend that is a slave. Allah, no. Imagine now, be like say they follow friend waka. Anytime we have a party, you carry and go shopping, you are duke money because it don't really become your friend. The one making just see day weller. That's how it look like. Don't you think the monarchy is watching us? Let's forget about the insult. Let them really have that mind of watching this very video. They will say, Ibiekana, Ema Tayan Wata. Do you know how many chiefs? Venu muwe, Dori Ogelemwe Maya Vedoni. We for not their life again. The same people from the palace pray for us also. Some of the carcass in Wegeni pray for people like us. Because most of them, they cannot speak. Most of them, they are in bondage. They need their help to come and free them. Idiot. Anyway, I'm but no me a slave yangele over. It was now said the negative narrative out. You are a slave who go rojo. A slave no yangele in all your life endeavor no. Otomo pome ware mani hinu Obome he so baba. Useless set of people. Only have a coup. Only we have cool agua. I don't think any reasonable person. You cannot come to me. There are some people at times, maybe some person now. He can't greet you. He no want to sit down with chair, make you sit down. You say, come and sit down. No. What about my back here now? You get some people that here, then you enter abroad based on so we don't sit here, they show them road they go. I have a lot of people like that around. You one day, the king, bro, come in, Larry. Maybe you and your friend they talk, you want they excuse you based on say, bro, Larry now. Don't be intimidated, talk about my back here. Are you not a human being? When who am a period, you won't buy me period. A medra sako ge wo we, aluga ne gbe ro. Amo globi no ro e bo ro e gbe duma menwa nu menwa yu hu. We respect the throne, or even have respect not to the extent you have to call yourself a slave to feasting. Awa beg you wa boom when wa gun. Slave gbe there. Sophisticated morons. Amo ko you ro wiru yan wuji. Eru wa ya slave ma le gbe you guvu. Gam you can wagon. Or who know Ayakaga Ogiomba, for example. Why not use your mouth to say where you are not a slave? Useless people. Hundreds of comments are here. Walk by look and pogo no view do you go but e bona lelo ami seri. On a bona ma gbe 100 years. You think everything is a sag. Are we doing sag here? I don't bring up this topic today so that a man is supported when I make it now you have a rethink. And why is it that we somehow been Egbenanegwa? Why is it that do we of wake out to Egbenanegwa? Name chiefs no way. No we nonsense in way, not waiting Egbenanegwa. Name chiefs in a way. Don't you how many of these chiefs have you seen in Egwa? Thousands of chiefs. I don't know where check the people of Egbenanegwa. Their father is frustrated at home. Their father cannot access road to farm. Even of Egbenanegwa today. Their father cannot access road to farm. Are you not ashamed of that? How many of our buying law they fight for the palace? Okay, ekelima o wanyanima johoji ema do mweria. Okay, owo homba o tion na hena. How many? We are not only fighting for Obazee. We are defending the truth of what this man meant for the state. That's what we are doing. It's not all about Godwin, Agbenane. I'm more even of the opinion, we probe Obazee. If you can probe him, so that now make an secure the record straight. Let's see if data also mole. Then 30 billion was start on project of the concern the palace. Me, I want them to probe. I think Obazee should also be praying for them to probe him. Because I am probed your administration. Can contract maybe that will not give vindication to Obazee will mangele rigo ye can go na like 30 billion some water storm project allegedly that way where they do the contract from. What's zuori since you guys don't have? You think we are joking? Man, we didn't see the door, man. You have to be a bad person. Everybody cannot be a bad person to get close to you people. Well, what turn everybody to bad? Thieves today are celebrities in Benin. Thieves. The decent people here, man. Look at how the truth teller today. Why did the truth teller with the whole Europe? No one that is not Ogiomba. Who are we talking, man? No one. Any sponty come to Benin? Any sponty come to Benin? Do you think a palace menari do a palace ado bongoline? Even not for you when on my bad name again. Do you think palace have any reason? Then here I am yes. Do you think would come and bongo me? Nobody will try it. I bet you nobody will try it. When I have to take law into your hand, don't the same way this when a double animal or ya mwe befi. You think it's going to be rosy with him? Civilization and Buwa. The water camp, I've explained it before. Ya nemik yego agiri ye me yo se. Egana ye bomb and boa. If not because our system is lawless. A local government chairman can remove the Oba of Benin. And I went and lay law. He's not supposed to be measuring height with the state governor. They will sack him and worry over. A monarchy system of government in my practice. Useless set of people. We should keep on condoling this nonsense from you people all the time. If you are fear, we don't fear. And now, what am I telling them? Dano Wulo. I did a video yesterday. I put a recipe here. It might go and send it to anybody. Do you know how many of you about today will use my recipe? I fought for everybody at the same time. Then when it came, humanity one day. No negative narrative you are changing. Have a faith friend, no man. Open rebuke is better than a secret love. We are here to know your lament. Please let me believe in you guys. But we're always slave because the power of life and death lie power of our tongue. You will remain a slave forever and minus your children because of God. Nonsense. Frustrated element. Moriolo denwe. Do you think you are normal? Moriolo denwe. Segwado azu wogo. Useless set of people. What my yare nothing. Maybe you will be in Europe now. I was in Europe. I was in feast. Let me believe in you guys. I'll never be kind. Everybody may tell me saying, "Why never be kind?" For real, nonsense. Please, desde aqui saludo muito forte. Meu coração é canhão com muita alegria e ilusão. A mim me muito feliz porque a vezes tem que sair essa coisa, vale? So, you know it's time for that. Hay que explicar a veces. Nunca de eu pedir tanto tempo assim in my live video. At least the highest I've spent since this very year should be 1 hour 20 minutes. I've just spent 1 hour 40 minutes. But I guess it was a very lovely day. At least we're able to touch some certain areas which we have not really touched before now. So there's the key. I salute every one of you that are good. Let's put on the armor of resilience. Let's be consistent in what we are doing. Let's not give up. It's going to be very, imagine somebody that we're giving birth to. During when the father were making love to his mother, the notion was that he's a slave. The spermatozoa released is a slavery spermatozoa. To the ovary, the vulva release there is also, during the pregnancy, it's the slavery mentality also. So what did you expect? So that's how, this just see where we are today. So, to you everyone, have a nice day. Ciao.
Now we don't hear from Comrade Newton. Let us know what you think for comment section. If you never subscribe to Dan ARG YouTube, try make you subscribe so that make you for the hear all the things wey dey happen for Nigeria. Make I leave you with this video, make you help us share am. Thank you for watching Dan ARG YouTube.